Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Good morning to Dr. Soapy. Good morning to Pretty Black TV. Let me clear my throat. I'm buying pussy. I'm buying coochie. I'm buying pussy. I'm buying, okay. I'm buying pussy. I'm buying coochie. I'm buying pussy. I'm buying, okay. I'm buying coochie. I'm buying pussy. I'm buying coochie. I'm buying, okay. I'm buying pussy. I'm buying coochie. I'm buying pussy. I'm buying, okay. Good morning, everyone. Oh, what's good, DC Kool-Aid and Lisa, moderator? Good morning. Good morning to all of y'all. Y'all, I hate when my voice start cracking in the morning. Because I was supposed to have that high pitch for y'all. I was supposed to have that right. Let me drink some water. Y'all, I was supposed to have that right because I had practiced it for the last 15 minutes. For the last 15 minutes, I practiced that song and I thought I was about to do it right, but I ain't do it right. DC, I don't. You heard me singing on Pizzaro's yesterday. You heard me singing over there at Pizzaro's. Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Sophie. This for the coochie. Y'all, so this morning my goal is the coochie fund. That's what it is, the coochie fund. What's good, Daniel Berry? Let me put Dr. Sophie up here. He is contributing to the coochie fund because from what I heard yesterday, I have to buy coochie. I just can't get it by my charm and my appeal and my charisma and my looks. I can't get it that way. I have to buy it, y'all. So this is the coochie fund this morning. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning. So this is the coochie fund this morning, y'all. Please go ahead and help me fund me to buy my next piece of coochie. Cause y'all know I can't have it. Look, I don't get it if y'all don't help me buy it. I mean, y'all gotta help me. Please help me. But anyway, thank you, Dr. Sophie. I appreciate it. Let me go ahead and put this down. But so yeah, y'all. I had heard a whole bunch of rumors that I was buying coochie. I'm trying to figure out though if I'm paying for some coochie, then if I it is for the coochie fund, Dr. Sophie. You didn't know what you was contributing to. This is the coochie fund this morning. It's the coochie fund. I'm trying to make sure that I get enough raise so that I could go buy me some coochie this weekend. This weekend I'm gonna get me some more. I need to go out there and get me some more. Y'all saw the last coochie that I thought that I had did a whole clout chase up on me and then did a whole live and stuff, y'all. And I was just left out there and I'm like, damn, you left me right out there. So I gotta find me some new coochie to buy. So hopefully y'all will help me. DC said I'm going to add that song to your play. Girl, I just listened to it this morning while I was getting ready to come on here. I listened to it. It's good. Dr. Sophie donated to me again for the coochie fund. Oh my God. Y'all, come on now. Y'all help Dr. Sophie out because Dr. Sophie doing it by himself. Thank you, Dr. Sophie, to the coochie fund. Thank you so much. So anyway, y'all saw like it was a old mean, nasty piece of coochie that had tried to put me on blast yesterday. Even though she showed the messages that I had already told, well, I had sent most of those messages. Well, now I wouldn't say most of them. I sent the first few messages to King Roman, but she tried to put me out there. And y'all, I think it worked because she had 600 people in her chat. Y'all, what I'm noticing about the beef sector, y'all some fickle ass motherfuckers. You hear me? Now, why in the hell I could get involved with a piece of coochie up on here, and then y'all go and storm them motherfuckers up in their chat trying to figure out something about me? Why y'all do that? Why y'all do that? It's like a habitual thing that I see that y'all do all the time. Y'all don't be stunting a motherfucker until y'all learn that motherfucker was stunting me. Then once you learn that they was stunting me, then now y'all need to go over there and see what they saying, what they talking about. I watch y'all do this to an ex. I watch y'all do this with Intrinsic. I watch y'all do this with Mika yesterday. I watch y'all do this all the time. I guess if I was a person that ran plays, then I would probably have to oh, y'all did it to Jessica Michelle too. Jessica Michelle. If I was a person that ran plays, then I probably would have to decide who is going to be my next one to run their channel up. Because it seemed like bitches can't get views on their channels by themselves unless they dealing with me. Unless they dealing with me and then the B sector come and support them because they think that they about to get some tea on me. I think that's crazy, y'all. Why y'all do that? Why in the hell y'all do that? Because I'm buying coochie. I'm buying coochie. I think that's what Ness and them said I was buying coochie. So, as far as what I saw last night, y'all, I did see Ness and them huddle over the campfire over there on this channel. It was the campfire. They was huddled over there. And they was trying to come against me, trying to figure out how they could take action against me in order to take me down, y'all. But this is like deja vu to me. Good morning, Miami Popo. This is deja vu to me, y'all, because I done seen Ness now be huddled over there at the campfire plenty of times when they was trying to get me locked up, when they was trying to get me on a probation violation, when they was trying to do all this. Hell, just 2 weeks ago, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, they was trying to dox my homeowners association and try to get me in a trick bag because they wanted to do something to me. And now they huddled over there because of Mika, and they want to attack my channel, y'all. What y'all think about that? Please like my video. What in the hell do y'all think about these motherfuckers over there plotting on me in the middle of the night trying to take my channel? What do y'all think about these mofos trying to take my channel? And did anybody speak up for me? Did anybody try to defend me in the middle of the night? Did any of y'all do it? Or y'all just wait to show up over here to see what I was going to say? Well, anyway, as far as it goes towards my channel, y'all, let me say this. And I want to make myself very clear, all jokes aside. Anybody that comes over here messing with my channel, and if you decide to be the representative for anybody else, you have to understand that I'm going to go all the way through with this. Because I think it got to be some point where I put my foot down. Some point. Yeah, I was looking through my timeline and I saw Deanna had posted on her community wall and she said, and I quote, "Why the crackhead took all her videos down." This is what Deanna said. And actually, let me use my Deanna voice. Huh? 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 Why the crackhead took all her videos down? Huh? That's what Deanna said. And I was like, the crackhead took her videos down? I said, let me go over here and look and see what's going on. Good morning, True Sarah. Good morning, everybody. I said, let me see. What the hell? Who the crackhead took her videos down? Let me see. And once I saw it, then I knew why. And I had to respond to Deanna's post. And I said, well, Deanna, she took her videos down because she's scared about strikes. Because, she the only person that's on here that need to actually recycle content and use other people's content up on this motherfucker. So that's why she took her videos down. But I will say, if you tamper with my channel, you better be prepared to see it all the way through. Y'all remember just about a year or two ago, they was making fun of me about messing with my 401k just to combat some bullshit. Well, my 401k still exists. And then I'm trying to figure out how I got a 401k if I'm unemployed, though. Now, which one is it? Am I unemployed with no 401k or do I have a 401k? Which one is it? Do I have a good line of credit where I could do whatever I choose or I don't? But I will say, if you come over here messing with my channel trying to represent anybody, you better be prepared to see it all the way through. And this I promise you. This I promise you. Because I think it comes a time in life where you got to put your foot down. Y'all forgot just about 2 years ago, this thing was happening before. But at that time, it was Ness and Heat that was flagging everybody through the B sector. And nobody was really bothering them back. Nobody was. I tried to fight them back a couple of times. And I had a couple of victories. But for the most part, nobody was really fighting them back. But now, this Heat done isolated herself out of it, which I guess that's good. I guess. But so now, Ness is trying to wage war on everybody else. And again, I'm going to have Pizaro back. Most people would say, well, J.Dunn, why you got Pizaro back? I mean, why? This is honestly how I see it, y'all. I'm watching these men band together and do all this extra bullshit to try to help each other. And I'm watching the women in the sector ignore what these men doing and then talk about they gonna come at Pizaro and all this. Well, no. If the men can have a representative to represent them, then why I can't represent Pizaro? Why I can't throw any old beef aside and say, girl, I represent you. What you need me to do? Because at this point, it's pussy ass men out here that want to keep that their anonymity. And with them trying to keep that anonymity, they got this other man that I don't even know over here messing with my channel. And I'm like, bitch, I don't know you. I don't know you. And I don't know that fat funky bitch that you was over there fucking on. I don't know y'all. I don't. Good morning, Fifi TV. I don't know y'all. Which is kind of strange too, because since King Roman News had actually wrote a letter, he didn't write a letter, but his moderators wrote a letter, and basically wrote the letter to Rodney earlier this week. Since they had wrote that letter to Rodney, I'm about ready to write a letter to YouTube cameras and tell her that she is presenting a hostile work environment over there, because I got to be a moderator with this motherfucker that keep playing with my channel. Why the hell I gotta be a moderator with this motherfucking October bitch? AKA Octavius. I don't want a hostile work environment over there when I'm over there at YouTube cameras. And then I want to ask YouTube cameras, I want to know, YouTube cameras, why you even deal with him? What made you deal with him and what made you give him a wrench? Something on the something in my mind wants me to believe that she probably only gave him a wrench because she liked the girl Kiki. But I mean, once the girl Kiki done tossed him aside and disposed of him, why did he still get to keep the wrench and keep the privileges? Why? Not telling her to take his wrench away, but I'm just saying it's a hostile work environment over there. Because I know he actively trying to mess with my channel, but then he be over there with his ugly ass. Now, he be talking about how everybody else look, but he look like a whole bullfrog. A whole bullfrog by the face. Next time y'all see him camped up, look at his face and look at them bulging eyes. He look like a bullfrog. And I just be like, Octavius was a bullfrog. Da-na-na. He wasn't a good friend of mine. Da-na-na. That's what I think about. Thank you, Ray Triggs. Ray Triggs, they trying to take me down. Wait, I told you I was going to call you Triggy Trig Triggs. Triggy Trig Triggs, they trying to take me down. I don't know what their motherfucking problem is. I don't know what their problem is. They better accept the L and accept defeat, because I don't care what they trying to do over here. I'm gonna get their asses. You hear me? I'm gonna get their asses. Yeah, I will say, the way that people be talking about a damn sex machine, y'all, the most satisfaction that I get is whenever I put a strike through and it go through. I don't need no sex machine. I don't need none of that. I don't need. When I put that strike through and it actually go through, and YouTube send me the email and say, "Girl, it went through." Yeah, I end up having to change my boxer briefs. I have to I have to change my boxer briefs, because I'll be like, damn, let me go ahead and wash up and change up. When I get that good old email from YouTube that say my strike went through and it stuck, y'all, I'll be having to go ahead and change clothes. That's what I gotta do. Put me a good old nice pair of clean and dry boxer briefs. That's what I gotta do. So it is what it is. Y'all know my secret now. But either way, it looked like I'm gonna have to keep fighting people. And yeah, I'm really impressed with myself how much I've been having to fight people, and I've been doing okay. With me, I done been fighting against like 7 or 8 people at one time. And I've been doing all right. There ain't one single person that I've been having to fight against that ain't felt my wrath. And I think that's good. Now, unfortunately, Lemon ended up getting into this equation recently, but I didn't want Lemon to be a part of it. But Lemon wanted to be a part of it. Lemon wanted to be a part of these people that call him gay and call him a sissy and all this. The people that he met in person, but they talked bad about him, talked about how he walked and how he twists and all this. Good morning. Ness chased the crack pipe, said Octavius looked like Herman Munster. You know, that is true. That is true. Especially when he came up and he have his headphones on. He looked like they did the match. They did the monster match. The monster match. They did the monster match. But then I'm thinking about with him and the girl Kiki. Was they the monster match? Was they? But thank you for letting me know about that, because I didn't even think about Herman Monster. But I could see that. I could see it. But yeah, so anyway, I've been fighting like 6 people alone. Let me count all the people that I had to fight. Dory, Queen Tulsa, but Queen Tulsa has been reformed. Um, Ness, Shaquille, Intrinsic, and Lemon. That's 6 people, y'all. That's 6 that I've been fighting single-handedly. Single-handedly. Am I missing somebody? Y'all, I be finding myself having to do so much. I'm wondering if I miss. Oh, Lil Buckwheat. Lil Buckwheat. I forgot about Lil Buckwheat. So 7 people. Y'all, in the course of the last 2 months, I've been fighting about 7 people by myself. And my channel still afloat. Yes, Ray Triggs, Lil Buckwheat. And my channel's still afloat. And I've been fighting all of them. And I'm like, I'm going to get your motherfucking ass. I'm going to get you, bitch. Bitch, you think you about to hit me? I'm going to get you. Now, we'll ask y'all. So, the fact that, do y'all feel bad for Lemon? Because I be seeing people that's thinking that I'm supposed to feel bad for Lemon now. Because he did all of them long hours on he did them long hours on Sunday night and Monday night, and he ain't have nothing to show for it. Y'all feel bad for Lemon? Press a 1 in the chat if y'all feel bad for Lemon. Press a 2 in the chat if y'all don't. Press a 1 in the chat if y'all say, J.Dunn, you wrong. I feel bad for Lemon. Press a 2 in the chat if y'all don't. Okay, so far I see twos. Okay, so don't nobody feel bad. Yep. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Good morning to everybody. Good morning to Jinx. Good morning to Lee Pepper. Good morning to everybody. Y'all, I really can't feel bad for Lemon because I'm really sick of the whole drunk thing that Lemon do. And he will disrespect you and mistreat you and do all that and then blame it on the teleport and the alcohol. Then he'll turn around and do it all over again the next day. Oh, you feel bad for his liver, Ray Triggs? Well, that was the thing, because he was trying to drag me one day and he was calling me fat. He said my body was fat and I told him his liver was fat. I said, you got a fatty liver. I said, how you going to talk about my fatty body and you got a fatty liver? He didn't like when I said that. He said I probably should have kept that joke to myself, but I still said it. Because you're right, Ray Triggs. Something's wrong with that liver. Good morning, Tutty. Good morning. Good morning. So, yeah, he didn't like whenever I said that. But, y'all, honestly, with Pizaro designating me to be the representative for her channel, where I can flag people and copyright people and all that on her behalf, that's good. Then also last night I was at YouTube Cameras and I was asking YouTube Cameras if she need a representative. YouTube Cameras is in need of a representative, but last night it was me and what's the other guy? Oh, me and Duke Farrow up there. And I was like, well, YouTube Cameras, do you want me to be your representative or do you want Duke to be your representative? Because Duke said that he'll be the representative for her. And y'all know Duke don't mind filling out some paperwork and put his name on it and all that. So I guess once she think about it, she probably had to sleep on it tonight. But once she think about it and decide who she want to be her representative, she'll let me know. But yeah. Another thing that I found interesting was that with these men banding together and doing this whole representative thing and the women getting pissed off because I'm doing the representative for Pizaro, I do the representative for any woman up on here. If that's what the men trying to do, then I'm going to help the women. I'm going to help them. People be trying to say that, people be male identified, but the only people that I see that's male identified is the people that's getting upset about the fact that the women trying to stick together. Jinx said, now I can admit, initially, I thought it was low down to P-bomb out of anger. But the more you spoke on it, I understand your point of view. Oh, Jinx. Yeah, I think I saw your comment. And because it's early in the morning, let me drink some water real quick. Sorry if I made noise and I was smacking, my bad. I ain't trying to chew on my water like Jay Wilson. But honestly, to everybody here, no, I stand firmly in what I did because I've gone on Lemon's panel plenty of times and men have been talking sexual to me and he don't care about it. They could talk about my pussy. They could talk about raping me. They could talk about doing all types of things to me. I done seen grown folks do it as well as a few others. Hell, just last week I had to do the recap about the fact that Ghetto Intellect was up there talking about K-Fit pussy. Then for Ness to get up there talking about my pussy, all of these people could just talk freely about people pussy and let me keep bringing up intrinsic, which I think is stupid as hell. Don't bring that hoe up because that hoe approached me. But if you're going to allow the men to talk crazy about people's pussies and then now Ness can come up there and talk about pussies and all this kind of stuff, when then just look at a pussy. And y'all, I probably think that's the first time that Lemon done seen a pussy in all his years. Lemon claimed that he ain't been with nobody in about a year and a half, but I don't believe that. Do y'all really believe that Lemon done seen puss? I don't believe it, y'all. Not after how they say how he walk and everything. I don't believe that anybody is trying to give up no puss to him. I don't believe it. Jinx said, yeah, I said it in Binary's chat. I have been in favor of you on all of the issues, but I didn't agree with that. And you don't have to agree. And that's one thing. I'm not going to be upset that you disagree with me. But I know that I need to make a point and I needed my voice to be heard, because it's interesting sometimes as women, you could voice your opinion all day long, but your voice falls on deaf ears. You could say all day long, no, I don't like this. I don't like that. Please stop this. Please stop that. And your voice is not heard until you have to do something that staggers a motherfucker to make them hear you. And because this is the internet, I had to do something to stagger a motherfucker to make him hear me. And now he done heard me. And now I was just on the platform with him on Trees this yesterday. And he got to change the tune. Now he done got a little bit humble. But not even just him getting a little bit humble, but even Ness done got a little bit humble. Now she's still a beast of all beasts, but she done got a little bit humble. She can keep trying to shift the blame about anything, but at the end of the day, she continued to talk about my pussy on that platform. She talked about Mika's pussy on that platform. She talked about multiple people's pussy on that platform because she was drunk and out of her mind, and she really needs to go back to the rehab again. What's good, HJ? Good morning. She really needs to go back to the rehab again. No, Dr. Soapy, I really don't watch Love of Love like that. I don't watch Love. Remember, Love of Love called the cops on me. So even I think because Lovely Love ended up with a health diagnosis that most people in the B sector know about, that's the only reason why I even talked to her on the panel right now. That's the only reason why I talked to her, and I give her respect right now. What's good, Riverflow? Because for a long time, y'all, I refused to speak to Lovely Love. I didn't care if we was on a panel. I would ignore the hell out of her. But once I heard that she dealing with a health situation that could be a fatal health situation, then I really had to put my feelings aside and say, well, hey, let me just put my feelings aside and speak to her and at least be nice and cordial if she being cordial with me. Because if something happened to her, then I feel bad about it and be like, damn, I should have at least been nice and talked to her on the panels. But Dr. Soapy, I might have to go and see what's going on to see what she said. Jinx said, I've been a cloud watcher off and on for years. Just recently started dropping down in the chats. Okay. Well, thank you, Jinx. Well, I'm happy that you dropping my chat. I really appreciate it. So now one other portion of my show that I did want to talk about, because that whole thing happened with the King Roman call-ins. Ness kept calling in. I don't get why Ness is always concerned about my pussy, y'all, or why she concerned about whether or not Mika like me or who I'm dealing with. Anytime Ness think that somebody is interested in me, she automatically gets laser and tunnel vision on that person, and it's so weird and unsettling. But people act like they don't see it. I don't watch her try to latch onto people up in my pets. I mean, hell, she was trying to be good Judas with Jessica Michelle because me and Jessica Michelle had a thing once upon a time. She latched onto Intrinsic because Intrinsic and me had a thing once upon a time. She tried to latch onto my ex, but my ex wasn't having it. Who else she tried to latch? She tried to latch onto Slick Chick for a little bit, but then Ness was being very disrespectful about Slick Chick and her disability. Who else? Not Mika. It seemed like anybody that show an interest in me, Ness have a problem with them, and I'm trying to figure out why y'all don't see it. Ness decides to over involve herself in it and want to know more about it and want to do this and interview that. And I don't see how y'all don't see that. Remember, Ness is the one that paid $75 to unlock an interview from 4 years ago that Brianna did with one of my exes. It's quite strange. It's quite strange. But I did want to give y'all more of a calming live this morning. Now I've talked about the mess that happened yesterday as best as I could because I'm really not trying to give Mika so much shine. She had the most people up in her chat that she ever saw, and she could thank me for that. You know, she had the most participation. She could thank me for that. Even though she was over there moderating from nosy hoes and all these other people, the most that she ever got of support was when it came to me. And she could thank me for that. And that's going to always be. Now, Vila Shay was trying to be helpful and Vila Shay was trying to diffuse the situation. And regardless of anything, I'm still cool with Vila Shay. I think she's a cool person. She done always been pretty firm and she's standing to her belief, even if people try to come at her. But Meek, on the other hand, is somewhat flip-floppy. That I don't like, especially at her age. Y'all know that Mika got to have surgery tomorrow. So I really hope that she relax today and she don't get on here trying to impress people that don't give a fuck about her. And then I hope that she don't try to do anything towards me today so that she can make sure that she is properly prepared for her surgery tomorrow. Was she having a laparoscopic procedure? And she did say it was outpatient. She said it was outpatient laparoscopic procedure, y'all. Which I'm just like, if you got that stuff going on where you need to be worrying about your health, then worry about that. But either way, I wanted to move on to another thing. This is going to be one thing that I'm featuring here. I don't know how often I'm going to feature this type of thing on my channel, but this is me reaching out and giving back to a channel that I watch. And I thought that this morning show would be a good time to put a spotlight up on the channel. This channel is almost to 1,000 subscribers. They only need a little bit more left. Let me go ahead and get the link so that I could put it here. Can't nobody get up in here and strike me for it because the channel holder gave me permission to review this video and promote the video. And the reason why I want to review this video with y'all is because I want to take y'all on a different journey with me. Because y'all know that I have roots from Louisiana. My grandfather was from Baton Rouge. But then he ended up going to Mississippi after he got out the military and he married my grandmother. And then that's how my family came about on my mother's side of the family. But either way, I have Louisiana roots. And I do believe in tarot cards. I do believe in people having a gift. I do believe in spirituality. I believe in all of that. When I used to live in New Orleans, y'all, I used to go to Jackson Square all the time and actually allow my cards to be read. Because, and I used to do that as a hobby, y'all, because I wanted to gauge the person to see if the person really knew anything about me or if they was full of shit. Because even though I believe in these types of things, I am still a skeptic. Because I do believe that sometimes people will they will act like they have this gift of this, that, and the third, but it really be bullshit. And so I used to have fun going to Jackson Square and going to different readers to see what they would say and to see who was the most accurate. But either way, this channel that I'm about to share with y'all right now is a channel that's almost to 1,000. I dropped the link here to the video that I'm about to review here in the link. I thought this would be good for us to listen to, for us to watch. But then I also wanted to play the game with y'all because when I first saw this video 3 days ago, it triggered something in my mind. And I felt like the reading was resonating with me. I want to know if y'all agree or not based on what y'all hear. And I'm going to be presenting and I'm going to pause it, start and stop. Let's see. So let me go here.
Hey there, person watching.
Okay. So this is the tarot reader that I have been following for a little while. She is a smaller channel, but yeah, I think she got a gift. So, considering that most of y'all like this, get ready with me when it's quiet, it's not arguing or any type of friction or anything like that. I want us to listen to her reading. And then I want to discuss it just based on what y'all thinking. Because I think a lot about this reading. Now, of course, you might take something away from it for you. I'm thinking about what I took away from it for me. But let's listen.
Hey there, person watching. Thank you for tuning into my channel, Divine Theft Tarot 888. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. It's nice to see you. So today I thought I would do a no contact reading. We'll get what your person's current feelings are, what their true intentions are, and what are some hidden messages for you. So spirit guides and angels, please shield me, cover me, and protect me throughout this reading of line. Divine, please give me clear, accurate messages for the person watching. I just also want to take a moment and say thank you so much to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate you stopping by my channel and subscribing. It means a lot. Go ahead and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified next time I upload another video.
Now, y'all, I want to pause this. Can y'all hear this okay? It sounds a little low to me. Is it low to y'all? Press 1 if it sounds low to y'all because I did try to adjust the volume. Is it low to y'all? Or can you hear it okay? So it is low to y'all. Oh, I thought it was just me. But I don't know how to adjust the volume outside of what I just already did. Huh. Okay. Well, that'll definitely be a tip that I could say, well, hey, you might need to get a microphone or something. Because yeah, it's low to me. But when I first listened to this, I was listening to it through my headphones. And so, while listening to it through my headphones, I could hear everything perfectly. But now that I'm sharing the screen with y'all, it does sound a little bit low. But I adjusted the volume as much as I could. So I don't know much else that I could do. But either way, try to listen, y'all. And then just let's just break this apart. And this is called No Contact. They are up all night about current feelings, true intentions. So y'all, we just gonna have to listen to it with the low volume and get through it. But either way, I did drop the link for y'all to subscribe to this channel if y'all are into this type of stuff. But let's listen.
Video. Okay, so let's get into it. So spirit guides and angels, what does the person watching need to know? What are the current feelings of the person that they're in no contact with? Ooh! Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see what just flew out. Oh wow. Okay, hold on. Oh my goodness. Wow, we got a lot of cards here, guys. Okay, so they see you as a gift from the universe that they ignored, right? See all these little cups right here? They're focused on something else right now, and they unfortunately ignored you when they had you in their life. They want to come in right now and bring you a cup of love. They really want to talk to you. They really want to reconnect with you. They see you as the person that understood them the most. They are still waiting for their ships to come in, though, right? They're not as stable as you may think that they are from the last time maybe you saw this person. And right now they're stuck in a tower moment with somebody that they offered a cup of love to that ended up being, very immature and not good for them, pretty much. Yeah, this person is broke right now, right? They would love to come in and talk to you, but I feel like they can't. because again, they turned your cup of love down. This could, they're basically in their head about this too. We also got the Five of Wands here. So, yeah, this person's having a hard time. I feel like too, there could be a friend group that's involved in this also. They may have to do, there's somebody in the friend group that may have to do with why you guys aren't together right now. And this person is fighting their demons behind it. They really are having a hard time. So let's see, what are their current feelings? Yeah, you're intuitive though, right? You could be a Pisces. They could be a Pisces. You feel this person wanting to come back in, right? And hang out with you and talk to you. You could have somebody in this friend group with this Three of Cups that may be trying to bring you some information or kind of be a go between you guys. And I'm not sure if you're really appreciating that, though. I don't think that that's something that you like. Let's see, what is up with this tower moment? Why is this person going through a tower moment? So yeah, currently this person's going through it, right? They're not sure really what to do. That they're going through a tower moment because they picked a Jezebel over their Ten of Cups, right? Again, you were something that the universe brought into them as a gift, and look, they just ignored it, right? They ignored it and they went for somebody else or someone else, whether it's a guy or a girl that was a lot more immature than you. Probably maybe more spontaneous, didn't really see this person as somebody that they wanted to be with for a long time, but just basically a good time. And again, I feel like someone in this friend group really knew that and unfortunately didn't really tell you about that. So what is this? Um, yeah, this Page of Cups again. They've made the decision. They're going to try and walk away from whoever they chose, but I feel like they're still going to be juggling. They also could be juggling money too, and having a hard time with that because we did, yeah, see, look, we got the Six of Coins in reverse also. So they want to come in with an offer, but they're stuck, and they're stuck in that tower because again, they're broke. They shouldn't have. Yeah, look. So we got the Hierophant also, and then we've got the Four of Wands in reverse. So this could be somebody that you're actually married to, right? This could be an ex of yours that you were married to or engaged to, and whatever they did or whoever they chose over you ruined this situation, right? Unfortunately, and that's probably the reason for the no contact. It could even be an engagement that was called off because of this situation, right? In this friend group. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, again, they're broke, right? We talked about that earlier with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. They don't know what to do. So they're going into hermit mode. They're trying to figure it out. They're really deep in their feelings. They're up all night. They're crying. They're trying to get advice from this friend group, which I think is kind of a toxic situation. And they have made a choice to put down this cup that they chose over you. I just don't know if you are going to be willing to go back to them after you figure out what the truth is. So moving on, let's see what this person's true intentions.
So let me pause it right there. Good morning, Angela T. White. So I'm gonna pause it right there, y'all, because even with this reading, it will resonate to people depending on where you are up in your life. But there were a few things. Hey, Jessica's Town. This is a YouTuber that's almost to 1K. And I'm trying to promote her channel to get her to 1K. She is a spiritual reader. She does tarot. I have been watching her for years now, and for the most part, she is pretty legit. It's stuff that she says that resonate with me with different things that's going on in my life. But then sometimes it could be a reading that doesn't resonate with me at all. At all. Good morning. So yeah, I was promoting this channel. Let me go ahead and put the link one more time because I would like to help this person get to the 1K because she's very, very close. And I said that periodically, if I come across smaller channels that's that close to 1K, then I will try to spotlight or highlight them and give them a spotlight here to try to get them to the 1K, especially if this is something that you're interested in. But with this video was posted 3 days ago, y'all. And I watched it 3 days ago when it was posted. And I be damn. It's a few different people that this message fit in my life. In my life. And I was intrigued because I'm like, okay, this might be making a little bit of sense. And again, this is definitely an up and coming creator that just need a little boost. I'm trying to give a little boost because I don't know. It's different. Not only that, I know that can't nobody flag me or strike me about it because hey, this ain't yours, and I got permission to play this. But let's continue, y'all.
Are like what are their true intentions with you? We know that they're kind of stuck right now. We know they're going through a tower moment, right? They're still waiting on their ships to come in. I just heard the internet, so I think that they're probably spying on you, right? They're looking at some of your posts that you're making. They're kind of trying to gauge like where is he or she at? Will they accept me back in? So what are the true intentions of this person that my person is in no contact with? What are their absolute true intentions? Oh, yeah, to get out of this. Look at that. I remember I mentioned earlier, up all night, tripping out, lots of lies. They know they've got to come to you with the truth. This person is not in a good way right now. Like they're seriously going through it. So their true intention is to come back to you because, yeah, again, they've lied. They feel out of the cold. They feel like we got the Five of Pentacles in reverse, right? Again, they want to come out of the cold with you because they know that they put you in a position that they shouldn't have. So they're working really hard. That's their true intention to really come back in. But the problem is they may be coming in with some lies, or they know that you know that they lied to you, and they're freaking out about that. But they have gone into hangman, right? So they're deeply contemplating this. Again, up all night, crying, talking to people, getting support from family and friends, possibly trying to get support from this friend group. So it's clarifying, that they're in a bad way right now for sure, but they have every intention of coming back to you. I'm just not sure how you're going to react to this. Yeah, but look, they really haven't left this sneaky behavior behind, right? They're still doing stuff that they shouldn't have been doing. They're still hanging on to somebody from the past. They're still lying, cheating, conniving. Again, not being fully honest with you. So be careful. Be careful when this person comes in because I don't think that they're gonna be as healed as you would like them to be, right? And I feel like you're a pretty solid person. I feel like you got your stuff together and you don't need this. Yeah, look, see, they're fighting with everyone. They are fighting with everyone. So we got the Seven of Wands and we got the Seven of Swords. Like this is, oh no, I'm sorry, Five of Wands. This is a mess. Like these people are really in their head. Whoever this person is, they are freaking out. Again, nightmares, up all night, not being able to eat, not being able to really communicate, trying to get as much information about you as possible because they know that you know what they've done, right? Look at this. This person knows, like, oh my God, he or she is never going to go for this, but they're going to try. They're definitely going to try. And yeah, and this communication is going to come in quick. Quick, 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 and fast. So be prepared, person watching, because their intention is to get to you as quickly as they can. They see you as the queen of, excuse me, they see you as the King of Cups. This it could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that you're dealing with, but we also have Judgment in here, right? So again, karma. This person's going through karma. They are hating life right now because they know that the person that they chose over you is something that they probably shouldn't have done. That was a big mistake. And yeah, God, justice in reverse. Oh my God, for leaving their Ten of Pentacles, right? For leaving their Ten of Pentacles. And now look, they're hating life because they're also in this Ten of Wands energy. But yeah, this karma is kicking their butt right now. They made a huge mistake going toward this person. And again, somebody in the friend group knows about that or your family. But yeah, this is how they're feeling right now. Oh, and look, lo and behold, the Seven of Wands. So this is the Ten of Wands to the Seven of Wands. Again, in their head, freaking out, up all night, super passionate about you, wants to come back to you. They have every intention of getting back into your life. So be aware of that person watching. But let's see, let's get some hidden messages, right? Let's see what really went on behind the scenes and what happened in this separation period, right? In this period of time where you haven't been hanging out with them, you guys haven't been talking, could have been separated for a few weeks, a few months, a few years. But let's see, what is this person's, what are the hidden messages that they don't want you to know? Ooh, bank failure, right? Didn't I say we had yeah, look, right here, see? Right? The Ace of Pentacles in reverse, bank failure. They've lost everything. They've lost their job. They've lost a house. They've lost a car. They've lost opportunities. They are hating life. So wherever they went was just absolute karma. It was all that. But they don't want you to know this. Remember, these are hidden messages we're getting now. Kick to the curb and private relationship. See? They have and toxic. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Look at all this that came out. So we got toxic. Yeah, they went toward a toxic relationship. And again, they don't want you to know that. I think you have higher standards than whoever they picked, and they're embarrassed, right? They're embarrassed and they're freaked out. They know this person was not good for them. Private relationship. They had a relationship behind the scenes. So in this friend group, right, there was, I pretty sure was in reverse. It was somebody in the friend group that knew what was going on and somebody in the friend group that participated in this. Hmm. I hate to say that person watching, but your friend was really not your friend. One of them, anyway, kicked to the curb. This person kicked them to the curb, right? They realized that this person wasn't for them, or they used them and they were done with it. They found somebody better. So, again, your person is stressed out because they left you and somebody else left them, right? Which was their karma. And we know that they're going through karma right now. So, let's see. Let's get a couple more cards to see. Oh, wow. Let's see. Yeah, a hater. You had a hater. There was a hater in the group that they didn't like you. They were, let's see, destroyed, shattered, broken, and fucked up. Yeah, this person, that whoever they chose was a definite hater. They were jealous of you. They were jealous of your stability. They were jealous of the way you looked, the car you drove, the house you lived in, all of the friends you have. Right? They were super jealous. But this jealousy and these crazy, chaotic, toxic, like,
So y'all, just based on these cards that she keep bringing up, the hater, they fucked up. They got life all the way fucked up. They jealous of you. They jealous of the house that you live in, the car that you drive. They jealous of all these things. They have a friend group that is telling them something. Y'all, don't it sound like Ness that she talking about? Don't it? If y'all rewatch this, it sounds like Ness to me. To me, it sounds like Ness because Ness jealous of everybody, and she fighting with everybody. She fight with me. She fight with Pizaro. She fight with Lemon. She fight with Lolo. She fight with everybody. She fight with everybody on YouTube because she is a hater and she's jealous. But anyway, keep listening. Keep listening.
things that they did together really broke this person. It destroyed this person. And this is something that they do not want you to know. That's why they're having such a hard time coming in right now, even though that's their definite intention to get to you. But they put themselves in a position that was all bad. Like the grass was definitely not greener on the other side. That's for sure. It was not greener. Oh, wow. They could have even gotten on some drugs that you don't know about. This person could be taking, I heard, prescription medication. They could be, a lot of alcohol, overindulging.
Let me pause it again. She said drugs. Y'all see doing drugs on this card? This card say doing drugs, y'all. The cards say doing drugs, alcohol, addiction, all of these things. This is she talking about Ness in this. And please subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel. Get her to the 1K. But she talking about Ness in this, y'all. Listen, listen.
Wow, they could have even gotten on some drugs that you don't know about. This person could be taking, I heard, prescription medication. They could be, a lot of alcohol, overindulging, alcohol, eating, shopping. It could be anything. I mean, drugs are drugs, but let's see. And then we've got love story. Yeah, they want to rekindle this with you. They want to get back to this situation with you because they do feel like you were truly their love story. You were their Ten of Pentacles in reverse, though, right? You were their end all be all. You were going to be the solid relationship that they needed. But unfortunately, they went toward a promiscuous chick, right? And now they regret it. Again, this person probably got them into drugs, took all their money. Once this person lost their car and lost their house, this promiscuous chick didn't want them anymore. Like it was a done deal. So yeah, we'll leave it right there, person watching. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope this helped. If you like this video, please throw a like on the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you the next time I drop another video. Bye, person watching.
Y'all, I think she was talking about as soon as I saw her pull that card about the drugs, about the drug usage, and about being a hater, and about being jealous, and about fighting with everybody and about being jealous of everybody about the house they live in, the car they drive, what they doing, XYZ. But the drugs, y'all, that drugs card, that right there, it sold me. It sold me. I'm happy that y'all subscribing. Please subscribe to this channel. This lady is the truth. But when she started talking about when she pulled that card about the drugs, I was like, oh my God. She said prescription drugs, alcohol, it might be marijuana. She said it could be a Percocet, a Molly. She said all of that. This lady is the truth, y'all. Y'all better understand. Another reason why I want y'all to subscribe as well is because I did offer a recommendation to start covering current events over there and current true crime over there. And I told her, I said, well, you trying to grow your channel? I said, well, maybe you need to start covering true crime and current crime. I said, maybe do a reading about these true cases out here and see what you come up with. So that's what she said that she's going to start doing, implementing on the channel in hopes of getting her channel to grow. Now, I understand most people have religious beliefs that are probably against tarot cards and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just not that type of person simply because I grew up in the church and we had prophets that came to our church. I used to love to go to the church when the prophets were there because I wanted to see and hear what they were saying. And I think it's interesting how some people don't believe in tarot readers or they don't believe in psychics, but they believe in a prophet. I think that the Lord, he gives everybody gifts, and you just have to be in keen or intuitive enough to become in tune with your gift in order for you to be able to spread that gift to other people. I believe that we all have gifts in some way. Hell, even through my life, I done had a gift like that, but not really reading cards, no. But just some type of intuition and knowing that something is about to happen before it happened. We all have that. We typically call that our gut instinct, and sometimes we ignore that when we really should be paying attention. This whole 2025, I have been actually trying to get in tune with my intuition. Like if I feel something in my soul and in my spirit, I actually sit down and take the time to focus on it and figure out why I'm feeling that way. To figure out if it's something that I'm being warned about, if it's something that I might need to not do, if it's something that I might need to take heed to. A lot of the times we feel these types of instincts, but because we are so programmed to living life and doing things like our everyday life, we sometimes ignore these things that are there to help us or to prevent us from going through a situation, or even to the point of good morning, Barry Addison. Jinx said one needs a God to learn to use that gift. It can be overwhelming. Right, right. That's the thing. Jinx, I ain't even gonna lie. I have seen the deaths of several relatives since I was a little girl. Since I was a little girl. And I was a little girl and I saw the death coming and happening, and I went and told my mama about it. But they just, chalked it up to me being a little girl with an active imagination. Nobody believed what I was saying. Only for like a couple of days to go by, and then that person that I was saying ended up dying. Y'all, I done had that like all my life. Because I had that all my life, especially as a child, even up to my mama passing away. The day that my mama passed away, I woke up knowing that something was about to happen in my life that day. But I couldn't pinpoint what it was. Like I legitimately remember waking up in my bed. And I remember having this feeling of like doom and stuff. I remember like this music that was kind of playing. Um, and it wasn't playing in my room, but just playing in my mind. And I knew something was gonna happen that day, but I didn't know what it was, y'all, because I wasn't in tune to my gifts. And lo and behold, that was the day that my mama died. And I'll never forget it. I was like, oh wow. Like if only I could have been able to be more in tune with that. I had that happen when my grandmother passed away, when my grandfather passed away. I had an auntie that passed away when I was in the third grade and I had a feeling of it. Yeah, I be having feelings like that. Eclectic Soul said, unless you put a name on it, I don't believe it. Everyone knows someone with drug problems. Eclectic Soul, you must have came up in here late. I did put a name on it. I said Ness. I said Ness about the drugs. Now I done moved on. I done moved on. You clearly came here late. Unless you put a name on it. I put a name on every motherfucking thing I say. I know you ain't up here telling me to put a name on stuff. I put a name, a picture, a child's picture, whoever's picture. I put everything on what I say. So you got the wrong chat when you saying put a name on it. You got the wrong chat. I ain't one of them ones. I'll put your name on it for sure. But yeah, but okay, so even like whenever I was a child, those things would happen, y'all, and I would try to tell the adults around me, but they thought that I was having just an active imagination and just being a child that was just fearful or scared about what was happening. But yeah, the stuff that I was feeling ended up coming to fruition. And again, I said, my grandfather is from Baton Rouge. His mother was from Gonzales, Louisiana. If anybody's from Louisiana, y'all probably know of a town called Gonzales. But I wonder if that's something like that was just up in my bloodline, where you just kind of have these types of feelings and intuition. And I do think that that's the problem. And please like my video. I think that's the problem with most of us, y'all, is because the universe or God or whoever you believe in, they be trying to tell you what's really going on, but you too busy to actually pay attention. How many times we so busy to pay attention to something? How many times you might go outside to go do something and then automatically up in your mind you'll be like, oh, I might get into a car accident today. And then as soon as you get up in your car and drive off, you end up being in the car accident. Or you might be like, well, let me go ahead and get out here. And then you be like, well, I might slip and fall today. And then as soon as you go to wherever you going, you end up on the ground having to get up because you ended up falling. Or even for me, one thing happened to me where I was up in the kitchen, but this was like about a year ago. I was in the kitchen and I was getting ready to prepare vegetables because I like to pickle vegetables. Like I like to make homemade pickles. Y'all, I went up in that kitchen and something up in my mind was like, girl, you gonna cut yourself. But y'all, I ignored what was my intuition and I went up in there and started chopping up my cucumber and everything. Ended up cutting my finger. Now how in the hell that happened and why? Now we'll say that I'm clumsy to a certain degree, but it was something that was like telling me, no, you about to hurt yourself. And I ended up cutting my finger and I sliced it. But my finger didn't fall off, y'all. It didn't fall off. No. But I did end up slicing it. But it wasn't too bad to where I couldn't repair it myself. But it's just like sometimes the universe be talking to us, but y'all, we be too busy with everything else going on around us. That's one of the reasons too why when something fall on my spirit or somebody fall on my spirit and it's something in me be like, you need to call them and check on them. I don't care the day or the time at night. I don't care. If it come on my spirit to contact that person to check on them, I do it. I just do it. I don't know if that be God telling me, hey, call this person, check on this person. I don't know what it be, but I do it. And y'all, my intuition has not steered me wrong yet. As a matter of fact, I've noticed in the past the times that I did ignore stuff like that, where it just fell on me to contact somebody and I didn't, something ended up happening to the person, and then I regretted that I didn't even call them. But it take a lot of practice in order to be able to identify these things. I believe we all have gifts like that. But you really just got to learn how to identify it. You got to learn how to be able to identify it. And I think for me, because I've been like having these types of like little intuitions and stuff since I was like in second or third grade, y'all, I ain't even lying. I have learned to try to pay attention, but I'm still not perfect with paying attention to it. But at least I know that I don't live with a regret, because if I feel something in my spirit, I don't care what day it is, what time it is, I'm gonna call that person and be like, you okay? And then they could be like, girl, I'm fine. Okay, I'm just checking on you because you fell on my heart. You was on my mind. You okay? Y'all, that done happened, and I done found out different things like within my family just by that intuition alone. Well, I just be like, let me call so and so. And I probably hadn't even talked to him for about a month. And then I'll be like, well, let me call this person because you on my mind. Are you okay? What's going on? What is going on? And y'all, a lot of the times it be something going on. Case in point, one of my uncles, he had got sick. Now he doing much better. But he had got sick. And it was just 1 week where it was just stirring my spirit about him. And I didn't know why it was. And I called my auntie and I was like, well, how he doing? And she was like, he doing fine. I said, no, is he okay? I said, because this is what I'm feeling. And I started telling my auntie what I was feeling. And my auntie ended up telling me that my uncle, which is her husband, he had been sick. He had been up in the hospital and all this kind of stuff. And I felt all of that. Thank the Lord he recovered. He recovered. But I felt all of that. And I was like, she said, well, I wouldn't even thought that you knew. I said, well, I didn't know that I knew either. I didn't know I knew. But I knew I felt it. Something was going on. So y'all need to be talking. What's going on over here? Even with me being so many miles away from my family, they up in Mississippi, I'm here in Georgia, but I can be feeling it. My family is across the United States, but I can feel something happening to somebody. And then I just call and I'll be like, what's going on? I say all that to say that sometimes that's the gift that the Lord gave you, but sometimes we go through life where we close ourselves down to where we can't even receive. We can't even receive what's actually being shown to us and spoken to us because we too busy. We just too busy. Imagine being too busy to even realize what's going on, realizing that the signs going on around you. Because you just be too busy. But sometimes you need to stop and take a break and be like, wait a second, let me process this feeling, and what does it mean? What does it mean? Jessica B said, I feel you, J.Dunn. My dad always told me when I think about someone, I need to call them. I feel stuff too. And good morning in the clouds. Oh, good morning. Yeah, I've been feeling stuff like that since I was a kid. Since I was a kid, y'all, I could count easily on both hands and one foot how many times up in my life I had a feeling like that, and what I felt ended up coming true. Or I had a dream about it before it happened. All this weird stuff. But they always said that as children, we were more keen to receive stuff like that because we were innocent as children. And it seems that as you get older, you become the world taints you. So you become a little bit tainted by the world. But don't forget that you still got that inner whatever it is. So I just say this to everybody: don't ignore that mess. Don't ignore it. And this is the reason why I want to go with the tarot cards video, because yeah, we all have gifts. The tarot card reader can have a gift. The prophet at church can have a gift. Hell, you ain't got to be none of that, and you have a gift. Well, you sometimes just know what's about to happen, and boom, it happens. Most people even talk about the whole topic of deja vu. Y'all know how many times that you have deja vu up in your life? Deja vu means something. Now, I've not figured out what it means yet, but I believe it means something. When I have a feeling of deja vu, no matter where I am, I analyze it. Why am I having this deja vu feeling? What is going on? I start really trying to think about it. I almost stop everything that's going on around me to really take the time to think. Like, what is going on? Why do I feel like I've been here before? What is this? So, yeah, I wanted to give y'all that this morning. And I did want to encourage y'all to subscribe to this tarot card reader. I enjoy looking at her stuff. I also watch Sloan Bella. But Sloan Bella is already like got millions of subscribers. But this lady is a tarot reader and she's up and coming. I think she does a good job. And even with me just listening to some of her uploads and stuff, it makes me reflect on things going on in my life or things going on in the lives of my family and friends. And then I'll be like, well, wait a second. Maybe you need to look at this video. Does this tell you anything? Does it say anything to you? Does anything resonate to you about it? And a lot of times you never know. You might be helping somebody. Or you might be reminding somebody to make a phone call that they've been putting off. You just never know. Jinx said, most people don't realize that deja vu is a gift. You feel like you've been there before because you have indeed seen it before. Yes, I get deja vu all the time. And I just be like, I just have to sit down and y'all, I ain't even lying. When I have deja vu or if I have these feelings, I just sit down and I be like, Lord, what is it? That's all I say. I sit down and I say, Lord, what is it? And then I just be still for a few moments to see if whatever it is about to come to me. Lord, what is it? Because sometimes we don't even take the time to sit down and say, Lord, what is it? I mean, I don't know what who y'all believe in, if y'all believe in the Lord or Jesus or whoever. But sometimes you just got to be like, what is it? You got to ask that question. What is it? 9 times out of 10, it'll be brought to you, whatever it is. But you got to sit still enough to pay attention and to receive the message, y'all. So, yeah. I know I started off being messy at the beginning of this. But, y'all, this reading, yes, I was being shady at some parts of this reading. But in all actuality, I do believe in those types of gifts, and I believe that we all have them. And with that being said, I will go ahead and conclude this live, y'all. Please subscribe to that YouTuber, y'all. Try to get her to 1,000. Maybe a reading that she do next, or upload that she do next is going to help you. Who knows? Jinx said, my understanding comes from my Native American heritage. Well, that's what I ended up finding out, Jinx. So on my daddy's side of the family, my great-grandmother was Cherokee Indian. And I didn't find that out until recently, which I didn't even know. But I always was against knowing about it because I get tired of black people saying that they part Indian. I get tired of that. Like, I done heard so many black people be like, oh, yeah, my hair is like this because I'm part Indian. I hate that. So when my daddy told me that I had Native American, I think he said it was Cherokee Indian up in my family, I was like, oh my goodness. I didn't want to hear it. But at the same time, it's good to hear, to know. And even that's what he said, that the reason why he felt that my dreads grew as long as they did, he thought that my dreads grew as long as they did because of the Cherokee side. I said, well, what about the black side? I said, why my hair can't just grow because of the black side? Why you got to give it to the Cherokee? Why? Good morning, Vashti. Why you got to give it to the Cherokee side? Give it to the black side. The black side is the reason why I got these long ass dreads. I'm always combative about stuff like that. That she said, J.Dunn, you might be an empath like myself. It's a double-edged sword because it's good to understand how others feel, that at times it can be overwhelming. It can be. It can be. But yeah, y'all. And thank you, Barry Addison, and thank you to everybody. Please like my video. Y'all, if you got here late, red ball to the beginning. The beginning was the mess, but then the end was just me being mellow and just having a conversation with y'all. And maybe it was a conversation that somebody up in this live needed to hear. Somebody might need to hear what I had to say today. Vashti said, it's funny because I started telling people that I actually do have Indian in my family, but you could tell if you look at me. Yeah, I don't like that whole Indian stuff. I don't like that. I told my dad, I said, no. I said, no, my black side, it's my black. But leave it to some of the people on here. They say that the reason why I have my complexion is because of slavery and all this kind of stuff. I don't know what it is, but I know that even with the Native American side, I'd be like, don't tell me about that. I don't want to know. Even though I need to know, I'd be like, I don't want to know. But yeah, even in my picture right here, y'all see these long ass locks? My daddy said these locks this long because of the Cherokee. And I'm like, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. The black, it's my black that gave me these long locks. But yeah, y'all, well, I hope that y'all had a great morning. I hope that you do have a great morning and have a great day today. Y'all, I'm going to wrap this mess up and go ahead and do something. Let me see. Let me see if I got anybody to redirect to this morning, y'all. Let me see. I don't know if YouTube cameras is live this morning or not. I honestly don't know who is live this morning. But I will send the redirect if I can. I will send the redirect if I can. Let me see. Nope. I don't see nobody live currently to be able to send y'all to. I see VS is live over there, but she talking about Trump. I don't know if I want to redirect y'all over there to get angry about Trump. Because I ain't no telling what VS over there talking about when it comes to Trump. And I ain't trying to ruin nobody's morning about damn Trump. So I guess I'll just leave it where it is. But I do want to say thank you to the people who supported me this morning. Thank you to Dr. Soapy. Dr. Soapy contributed to my coochie fund twice. Thank you, Dr. Soapy, for the 2-time donation. And then thank you to Ray Triggs. Y'all take care, be blessed, don't stress. Y'all can go over the VS. She talking about Trump, but I ain't gonna redirect y'all over there because I don't even know what Trump over there doing. I don't know what he got going on this morning. Bye, y'all.